All right, we'll call this meeting of Paintsville Utilities Commission to order. Roll call. Mitch?
Here.
Tim? LB? Review and approval of the minutes.
The regular meeting, I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the regular meeting of December 3.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor? Vote, ayes have it. Review and approval of the operating report.
We also have the minutes from the special call meeting December 19th.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob, I didn't see that.
Motion to approve.
No, I didn't see it on the agenda.
Motion to approve the special call meeting minutes.
Second.
Have a motion second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Well, that's the meeting, just, LB and I are here, right?
Yeah. Well, you couldn't have voted, did you?
Everyone here?
No, he wasn't here, as I remember.
I remember you voted for it twice.
I think it says absent on there.
Review and approval of operating report.
Anything on there, Bob? Make a motion to approve the operating report.
We have a second. All in favor, signify by aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Consideration of construction pay request.
We have 4 invoices for approval this month. First is from Bell Engineering on miscellaneous water system improvements, Phase 2, invoice 180998, $4,000, under the Paintsville Utilities.
Make a motion to pay that.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
We next have invoice number 15, Aikens Excavating on contract 1 of the I&I project, $141,415.10, funded by Rural Development.
Motion to pay.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it.
We have invoice 16 from Thomas Environmental, contract 2 of the I&I project, $5,942.25, also funded by Rural Development.
We have a motion to pay.
Motion.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it.
And finally, we have invoice 17 from Bocook Engineering on the I&I project, $6,051.16, funded by Rural Development.
Motion to pay.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. 5, review and approval of monthly invoices. 5A, legal service invoices.
Make a motion to pay the legal services to Blankenship Law.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Ayes.
Show my extension.
5B, other operating invoices.
Make a motion that we pay the other operating invoices.
We have a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. 6, departmental reports.
Have the reports in front of you. Does anybody have anything to add, any questions?
I might want to mention, we've experienced a little problem on 172. We have a line that feeds through the bottom over Stone Cold. You know where the bad break in the road is on 172. In time, we're going to have some issues. Might be looking at making a bore. I don't know yet what we're going to have to do.
Yeah, we've had some preliminary discussion on that, and maybe we need to move upstream a little bit and relocate our creek crossing.
Is that the one south of the Stone Cold?
There's
Just south of
there's a rough place
asphalt's.
where 172, everything's shifting toward the creek. Well, the bottom part of it all shifted as well as it's done, it's taking the water line out. It done it twice. It done it Friday night and Saturday morning.
It done, I think, on December 16th as well.
Is it drilled there right now?
The road, beside the road it is, but down there at the creek level. So in the future, I'm afraid we're gonna be having some issues there. We're gonna have to address.
We'll probably go ahead and do some exploration while we're looking at to do that.
Yeah, didn't they use that big high density plastic pipe through there?
That was a temporary
Five is temporary.
Yeah, they had that ran up around the rock cliff.
That's the main feed line through 172. This is the branch line going to Stone Cold.
Nothing. 7, old business, 7A, downtown I.
We're cooking.
Not me on that. On the contract one, which is the downtown I part with that Aikens excavating. They've lined this month, 2,600 feet of new line that's been lined for a total job of the line is basically 38,000 feet. They included cutting out 49 services around town to reconnect the lines. On the south side, they did some investigation. They found a crack in the line that was about 38 feet of cracked line, which has been lined and fixed, and I think they put a new manhole up in there too on that one. Over by Subway, which is actually today, they tried to clean, we put a new manhole on the line behind Subway over here in town. They've tried to clean it out again today, was unsuccessful. They got, I don't know, 30 or 40 feet up in there and it's still clogged, so they're going to have to do some more investigation, try to figure out how to fix that line. There's a problem there somewhere. Some of the lines collapsed or something's jammed in there where they can't actually get it cleaned out.
When you say behind Subway,
It runs parallel to Broadway, halfway back the block from the Subway building to 8th Street. So it just runs up to that far. It's not running to that building. There was a previous breakdown on that line a number of years ago.
now is that a sanitary sewer line?
It is.
Right now?
And think of all those buildings there where the Subway and I don't know what all's in there now.
Okay.
Different shops, yeah.
Castles is not
Oh,
The section where Subway is on that side. The section where Castles is goes to the 9th Street side.
so it's just that, like, I guess it was that one building,
And you got where the pharmacy
yeah,
was,
the pharmacy
and
and
the car lot, and those houses on Washington.
All those.
And then the townhouses out the end.
So on 8th Street, goes straight down 8th Street, goes in back behind.
This line crosses 8th Street right there in front of the Church of God, and then it runs on down toward Washington and Walnut, and then goes through that gully.
Okay, so
to the outfall.
turn on Washington, goes down Washington, and eventually feeds out.
It crosses Washington. There is no sewer line on Washington Avenue. It's behind the houses between Washington and Walnut. It's between Washington and Broadway. This line just goes straight down 8th Street till it hits Walnut and then angles back through that gully to the outfall close to the bridge.
So they uncovered 2 different manholes on 6th Street. They've been asphalted over. They've got those uncovered and put the risers on them and got those patched and fixed. So I don't know where those are at now. Did the same thing. There were several over between on Depot Road and between River and Euclid and Old City Hall that they've found some that were asphalted over and put the risers on them.
Who keeps asphalting over this? And why would you do that?
Most of these have been by either city or city contractor years ago. Currently, we have a pretty good agreement with the city. They let us know when they're going to blacktop, we have the things there to raise them.
Okay.
They've been done a lot of investigation over on Euclid Avenue and around Old City Hall to see if there's any issues there. That contract one is basically, money-wise, is about 80% complete after this last pay request. And after taking out, what we're kind of proposing was works continued, we've still got about $450,000 there that we need to look at to different areas to see what we can kind of fix or replace. So we've got some extra money sitting there that we need to look forward to try to plan on.
Which won't be a problem to spend.
The manhole that's at the junction of Church and Second, was that one originally set up for a replacement or lining, or exactly what? was supposed to be done on that one.
I believe that was supposed to be lined.
Yeah, it was lined, I think that's all been done. You know about that one sitting right by the church there?
Well, right
That's
there,
out front.
intersection, it's about 2 or 3 inches deep,
Yeah,
needs a
I-
riser put on it.
I'm gonna double check, I think didn't they all do that a week or so ago?
Well,
I've
it's
not
still
been
in
out-
the hole, but
Is it, I thought they were supposed to last time I talked to them, and that it was right before the holidays. So I called and told them they needed to get over there and do it before the plant comes, and they said they would. I've not been over there to double check.
Tim, you're saying it needs to be raised.
yeah, needs a riser put on it.
I'll check on that. They were supposed to have already been over
That's
there.
right dead center, and people hit it all the time, and, you know. Back on the job, it's Second Street, and, I guess it would be College, where the state put the new, concrete, we ended up extending it out through there. Did y'all line up to that junction?
I'm not 100% sure on that. I've just kinda got bits and pieces of this job. I don't know all the real details of
I
it.
remember when we built that, we put an extension out there to be tied on to, and I didn't know if that ever got done or
I could find out and let you know. But I don't know that off the top of my head. I'll find out. Trying to think, let's see what else. Upcoming work that the agents will be doing, they're gonna complete, the lining up on Mill Street. They're gonna complete some lining up at the south side, they've got some of it left. I think they've got, I'll have it on there, they've got about 3,000 or 4,000 foot of pipe already ordered, that'll be in, that'll be installed. They're gonna be installing a new storm drain and eliminate the cross connection that's at, Court Main. They'll be separating that, get that separated out here in the next few weeks. They continue doing some investigation around Old City Hall. I guess there's some cross connection issues there. I don't know the details on that. Next week, the company will be coming in, they'll be lining about 160 of the manholes. They're gonna finish doing the lining and rehab of those. Should be here starting next week to get that finished up, but that's a pretty good chunk of work. And obviously, Arnell's still got some of the asphalt patching to be done around town. There's still some of that needs to be finished up. On contract 2, which is Thomas Environmental, is doing the plant rehab and stuff. The only thing that's left on that contract is the railroad bore and the river bore going back over and tying into the plant. They had some issues on the railroad bore. They've hit some hits they had to pull it back. I've tried it a couple times. They keep hitting some solid material, can't get through, so they're gonna have to try to figure out some way else to get back underneath there. That's the only thing that's left on that contract. I think it's on the thing, they gave them an extension there. I guess last time that extension will be up in a couple of days, so we'll have to look at extending that contract some to get them to be able to get finished up.
We were talking this afternoon, and I was previously requested up to March 9th. Most suggestion, I think it's probably a good idea, is to make that April 4th. That makes it the same as contract 1. The contract expires April 4th as well.
I make a motion that we extend contract 2 with Thomas Environmental up through including April 4th.
Let me ask a question on that first. Yeah, we extended it once, and I know we're gonna have to extend it again. Do we not have anything like a liquidated damage clause?
But there is.
And it's because it's not the main contractor, it's a sub that's
Correct.
causing issues, and we're just trying to be good old boys and help them out or something, or?
We're trying to work with this good contractor.
You know. I just don't like having to keep doing that. I want the project done, but, you know, it's a matter of, they need to make sure they can do it when they get the job and get it completed, not relying on somebody else that keeps messing them up.
I like the state.
Yeah. Well, there's an element.
I don't think there will be the contractor-subcontractor relationship between these two companies again.
So we have a motion on the floor, do we have a second? All in favor? Opposed? Tell me you wait. Let's check.
You board?
That's what I had if there's any questions or anything.
8, new business.
Don't have anything to bring up on our new business at this time? I
9,
think that's a first,
yeah. Use that as a A, B, C, D, E, and F.
and beyond.
Yeah. Do we need to go into executive session?
We do have, need to have executive for personnel and potential litigation.
We have a motion to go into executive session.
Make that motion.
For a second.
Did we do old business?
We did that before.
Awesome.
All in favor?
I got a question on their old business. I did have one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll move into executive session.
For what personnel, what litigation?
Personnel and litigation. The motion to come out of executive session.
Motion come out.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Insofar as report, the commission was briefed on one issue on potential litigation, no action was taken. On personnel, the commission addressed 4 positions within the commission, within the utilities. The identities of the affected positions are withheld pending notification of the affected employees. Otherwise, no action was taken.
Well, we have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Motion adjourned.
Meeting tomorrow, of course, right?